Welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetablebread, and today we're going to be kicking it off with a Watcher run. Hopefully one of those nice long 4-hour heart-killing Watcher runs. That's the goal here. Get a card remove, random common relic, or 6 max HP for a rare colorless card. Trying to think if you've seen a Watcher win on stream. Oh man, there's a lot of Watcher wins. Watcher definitely has like the highest win percent. I think I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm 50-50 with Watcher on stream, but like something close to that. We get a lot of wins with Watcher. Usually we're going to do a boss relic swap with Watcher, and I don't see any reason to not do that here. Rare colorless cards probably best on Silent. Every class is good with Hand of Greed, but Silent is also good with Sadistic Nature. Every class is also good with Apotheosis and like Master Strategy. Secret Technique, that kind of stuff. Defect's probably the best with Secret Technique, but whatever, that's kind of irrelevant. And so yeah, but Watcher is not really super excited about a rare colorless card. Random common relic is just like way less impactful than boss relic, and so is remove a card. Also, remove a card makes you a little bit weak against Gremlin Knob, so let's do boss relic swap. Sozu, okay, no potions for this round. Well, that's fine, I'll take that trade. I would like to get 3 elites, please. Game says no 3 elites for you. We can get any of these as our last elite, and then before that, we can get any of these as our first elite. We can't put them all together. Drat. Okay, so if we can't get 3 elites, let's optimize for campfires. Holy cow, there's a lot of campfires on this path. Nice. We have to go to a shop here. Hey, Baylor. How's it going? Sir Bread. I like it. Out of all, the gain an energy, lose a function. Which is the best? It's debatable. It depends on the context. A lot of times it's Coffee Dripper. Coffee Dripper is really good. You need some source of sustain to make Coffee Dripper super good, but sometimes you just win your fights without taking damage, and then Coffee Dripper's great. Because if you never, like, if you've got a really successful run, then hopefully you never rest, right? Because resting is kind of a waste of a campsite. You could be using that campsite for an upgrade. And if you've got one of those successful runs where you don't need to rest, then Coffee Dripper is perfect because there's no downside. Yeah. Other good ones are Velvet Choker, particularly from Meow. If you get a Velvet Choker, you just like build your deck so that you don't need to play more than 6 cards a turn, and then there never is a downside. You just get 4 energy and pay nothing. I think there was a right to left path that just hit just as many fires, maybe. Are you talking about this thing? We skip this fire for that one, but we don't get a replacement for this one. Looks like it's one short. Oh wait, maybe this one is what you're talking about? Yeah, that's true, that one does hit just as many. This one for that one, and this one for that one. Both hit this one. Good point. So we could do, yeah, this path's way better, right? Because it's got 3 fights and 2 question marks, which is like much better than either 3 fights and a shop or 2 fights, a question mark, and then a shop. This question mark could be like Serpent, which is great. Great before a shop. But I think, in general, I'd prefer to avoid a shop. So I think this right rat's going to be the right one. Cool. Okay. Let's do it then. Can't get an early pick off here, so I'll just take a split. Do you always remove a card when you visit the shop? I would say no, but primarily just because your question says always in it. Removing a card is quite good, but there's very few things that are good enough to be always correct. And definitely, you don't always remove a card. It's nice to remove a card, particularly early, although you do need your strikes for killing like Lagavulin and for early elites. I was going to say Lagavulin, and then I was like, well no, Gremlin Knob should be there too, and then I was like, well, also the Sentries. And I was like, wait a minute, that's all of them. Crush Joints is good, Flurry Blow is good, Flying Sleeve is good. We're probably taking one of these because we need to get some damage to handle an elite. Kind of like Crush Joints the best. Crush Joints has some sort of extra bonus Act 4 value, because you can use it to remove people's artifact charges, and then you can get Talk to the Hand on them. And if you can get Talk to the Hand on your enemies, you can win the game. It also makes people vulnerable, so if you're going into like Blasphemy or Wrath, you get a really big damage multiplier, particularly, Blasphemy is one of the ways to get into Divinity, but not the only one. So if you go into Divinity and people are vulnerable, then rather than getting 3 times damage, you get 4.5 times damage. And 4.5 is a pretty serious multiplier. That's like every single attack is a heavy blade, basically. Which is nuts. So let's grab Crush Joints. Also got a good upgrade. Speaking of upgrades, Shining Light is one of the many Act 1 events that lets you trade your health for power. When you're considering trading health for power, the things you care about are how many campsites you're hitting and how many elites you're getting. Elites are probably the best way to turn health into power, because you fight an elite, they damage you, and then you get a relic out of it. So they're like scrap ooze, except you can take 0 damage from them, or they can kill you. You can't really die to scrap ooze unless you're clicking the button too many times. So you should take events like Scrap Ooze and Shining Light when you want to spend more of your health getting more power. And I think that's the case here. Because we're going to so many campfires, we're going to have an opportunity to upgrade the important cards and then probably rest. And so these upgrades will help us take less damage on future hallway fights and in future elites, and get us even more upgrades. And it's kind of like fighting a third elite, which is something that we want to do. Very fun, cool. Let's be honest though, if you don't die to Scrap Ooze, you clicked too slow. I mean, that's fair. Hey, Duncan Arklib? Duncan Archib? Man. Duncan, I got it. Duncan Archib. Whew. Maybe it's short for Archibald. Yes, Watcher's fun. I like Watcher a lot. We got the Crush Joints upgrade, which is huge. Crush Joints Strike makes us, like, quite powerful. Hey, Sapphic Traffic. We'll defend Crush Joints Strike Plus. Should set up for lethal next turn. Oh wait, we almost have lethal this turn. Archibald. Got it. Nailed it. I've got a real Archibald detector. Whenever I see somebody named Archibald, I'm like, you named Archibald? We could take second Crush Joints. What's the idea if we take a second Crush Joints? Protect is super good. I like taking Protect a lot. Protect is a little bit aggressive. It's kind of saying, like, yeah, we've got enough damage. We don't need to take more damage. We've got a lot of damage. We've got a Crush Joints plus and a Strike. So I don't think we really need to follow up with a Crush Joints. Fourth Eight's probably the worst. Crush Joints do crush harder. A grizzled man and his bear cop partner crush the joints of crime in Gotham City, where Batman is. I think we're going to take a Protect, despite the potential of being Batman's bear partner. Okay, double strike kills Spike Slime. I like it. Hold the Protect. Try and save some health. Vigilance Crush Joint seems like a good start. Potentially get lethal next turn with Eruption and a good draw. He's not attacking, and we got a good draw. Get out of here. I guess it was guaranteed because there were only 3 cards in the draw pile. Consecrate's quite nice. I don't hate a Consecrate at all. Follow-up is a little bit more... both Consecrate and Follow-up usually net cost 0. Follow-up can sometimes be either cost 1 or not be playable. Consecrate is good in fights where follow-up is not, and it's only 2 damage short. Yeah, Consecrate's like Gang of Slimes. Greetings. Thanks for the follow, Jedit Ojanin. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. That's a tricky one. We'll grab the Consecrate. Not quite as good as a Conclude, but, you know, not everything can be a Conclude. If we were going to a shop soon, I would consider taking a relic. Looks like we're going fire, fight, elite, so there's no opportunity for a shop anytime soon. In fact, we're probably not going to a shop for the rest of the act. I don't think we can afford that. Max HP is the usual pick here. We are at 34. Maybe by taking current HP, we can buy an upgrade that we wouldn't otherwise get. I think if we go up to 39 with the max HP, I think we still take an upgrade here. So we go to 39. This is a hard pool fight. So worst case scenario, this is like Gang of Gremlins, and or like Big Slime. We lose like 10 health. We go to 29. We die to Gremlin Knob on turn 2. It's a pretty bad outcome. I want that upgrade though. I want to upgrade my Protect Plus, or my Protect. So I think I'll just grab the max HP, or the current HP. Alright, Protect, keep me safe. Aha, Blue Slaver, probably the easiest hard pool fight. Feels like a victory already. We'll go ahead and burn the Protect Plus. For 3 health. Triple defend keeps this fight perfect, and we can potentially kill next turn. We didn't get it. Use the Vigilance so we can hold the Protect Plus and set up for next turn. Okay. There's the Conclude we were looking for. Darn. Well, I already took the Consecrate. Does that mean we're skipping Conclude? There's a Wave of the Hand here, too. I think I'm pretty happy to take Conclude as my 3rd attack. Super good against Sentries. Nope. I'll give it a win. Too bad I can't play this whole hand. I would love to play Eruption, Defend, Crush Joints, Conclude. That's a hell of a line. I don't think we should probably be going into Eruption on turn 1. Eruption is so tricky in the Lagavulin fight. We can't ignore this setup though, right? Like, this is way too much damage to not do. 9, 29 plus 24 is 53. Yeah, that's too good of a split. I'll just take it. I guess we're hoping to draw Vigilance. Wake up, Lugga. Alright, we didn't get it. We did get Protect Defend, so we're not like taking a million damage, but pretty close. Let's see. So we could double defend and try and take very little this turn. If we're not going to double defend, we're going to Strike Plus. Strike Plus Defend is a pretty decent line. Take 7, go to 30. Okay. Hopefully kill him before he attacks again. I was hoping for an Eruption enter this turn, but I don't need it. Vajra Attack Pod. Oh, Attack Pod doesn't. Inner Peace. That's the first, like, card that's really telling me we're trying to do a specific archetype. The Crush Joints, Protect, Consecrate, and Conclude are just kind of like basic, good Watcher cards. Thanks for the follow. Taiponi Pajak 69. Jeez, these names today are tough. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Appreciate it. Even if your name is trolling my mouth. I appreciate it. Vault, right? Vault is just the, like, continue taking generic strong watcher cards approach. Vault is pretty insane. There's a little bit of a fight brewing in our deck between Vault and Conclude. It's 2 end-of-turn effects. But Vault costs 3 and exhausts, so, like, generally it's not a huge problem. Am I coming to Among Us tonight? What do you mean? Or is there like a streamer showdown playing Among Us? Being suspicious? Crawling through ductwork? Not aware of having been invited, Redbeardy. Yeah, I'll take a Vault. Oh, is it just like in your Redbeardy, can you post the link to your Discord in my Discord? I don't think I'm in your Discord. Yeah, I have like Burnface Place and Dane does Discord, and for some reason I'm still in Slay the Virus. Probably don't need to be in there. Happy Flower is great. I'll take a Happy Flower. Okay, so we're going into 2 fires before the next Elite, and 2 fights. Probably want to rest at one of those fires and upgrade at the other one. Let's upgrade at the first one and see if maybe we can upgrade at both. Conclude's got an amazing upgrade. Hey look, it's Eruption Conclude. It's 34 AoE damage, seems like plenty. Oh, Conclude. Never stop being amazing. There's Fear No Evil. Man, we passed up whoa. We passed up an inner piece like 2 floors ago. Fear No Evil's pretty good. Alright, I'm not gonna ignore a Fear No Evil. Its signature move's here too. Signature move could work. Do like the signature move, but I think I like Fear No Evil better. Okay, well we perfected that fight, so I guess we take another upgrade. Hey Merle. Crap, I clicked on the wrong window. Sure, I'll take another upgrade. It's a little bit dangerous. I guess maybe there's not much of a point to taking this upgrade. Upgrade like Vault or Eruption for the decost. So maybe we rest here just because there's nothing like amazing to upgrade. We don't really need to be at like 50 health for Hexaghost though. Higher health is better, but it's less good against Hexaghost than other challenges you might encounter. Yeah, I'll upgrade the Vault. I mean, Vault and Eruption are both good upgrades, right? Because they decost, but why not Recall? Wow, Act 1 Recall. Where was everyone yesterday? I was right here, man. I was just doing my stream. Recall is definitely like the asserting your dominance over the stream approach, or over the Spire. This does 24. I'll just do all the Fungi Beasts. Consecrate kills Fungi Beast, and then he hits me for 15. Actually, do we kill him? 16? Yeah, we do. Okay. Never mind then. God, Conclude Plus is such a card. Do we take Empty Body now that we have Fear No Evil? I do enjoy entering and exiting Calm a lot. People have been trying to convince me that like Divinity is always correct. Prostrate, I believe, is our first Divinity card we've been offered. I'm not super convinced so far. Yeah, I think, yeah, Merle, you're probably one of one of the people. I apologize if that's if I misattributed your perspective. Although I guess misattribution is different than non-attribution, right? I don't like taking empty body. I don't like taking second crush joints. So I think it's either prostrate or skip. I mean, prostrate's not bad, right? Like 0 mana block for 4 is like very easy to underestimate. I think that if I were designing prostrate, I think there's a very simple and subtle change you can make to make prostrate seem like a better card. Just put the mantra second. Hey, good morning, Bullet Polska. I think if you put the mantra second, then it says, then like when you read the card, it says 0 mana, gain 4 block, and then gain 2 mantra, and it seems more like it's a block card, right? That also like gives you a little bit of mantra. Are we something yet? Yeah, we did the achievement, the You Are Nothing achievement. So now chat can go back to being something. We got a headbutt. No, not headbutt. Shoot, what is that card called? Oh my goodness. Dropkick? We got Dropkick loop on Ironclad. Dropkick finesse with a couple of Burning Pacts and an offering to set it up. Ended up being like an 80% turn 1 OTK, and we got it against the Collector. Okay, I think I'll take a prostrate. Sure. Okay. I will prostrate to set up the crush joints. Probably isn't relevant for removing the artifact charge, since the only thing that pays off the artifact charge is crush joints. So that's okay. We, in general, want to end our turns with a defend to set up the future crush joints, but there's only one crush joints in the deck, so it really doesn't matter. I'll do it anyway, just for practice. Double strike kills him. Protect is only ever going to block for 10, but I think I like triple strike defend better. Because protect only blocks for like net 5 here. And next strike I guess goes on the 37 health guy. Let's see. We do have Eruption and Conclude and Vault coming up. So if we get Eruption together with either Vault or with Conclude, we can do an Eruption Conclude thing. Really the only way we fail is if we draw Conclude without either of these two, which is pretty unlikely. So good chance we're setting up 34 AoE damage next turn. So I'm going to strike this front one because he's attacking next turn. We got it all. Okay. Conclude. Flurry of Blows goes with the Fear No Evil. We need to do that. We have enough damage and not a ton of stance changing. Flurry of Blows is a common, so I'd like to pick up Flurry of Blows after we have stance changing online, and not pick a Flurry of Blows so that we're forced to take stance changing. I have had situations where I set up the stance changing and then never get any more Flurry of Blows, which is always disappointing, but I'm pretty happy to pass the Flurry of Blows here. Halt and Swivel are also here. Swivel is generally bad. Swivel has a couple of redeeming interactions where you can do like Swivel into Ragnarok or something. Swivel with Snecko Eye is pretty good. But we don't have any of those interactions here. I'm not going to pick a speculative Swivel. And Halt is good sometimes if you're changing into and out of Wrath a lot. So like Tantrum decks like Halt quite a bit. But that's not us yet, so we're skipping. Okay, 24 is kind of an unfortunate health total against Hexaghost. We'd prefer to be at 23, probably. Although there's also a good chance we're going to block him on turn 2, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. Seems like we can probably take an upgrade. I guess 23 is not technically a health total that we could be at. We'd have to be at 21 because we have a Blood Vial. Upgrading Prostrate makes it possible for us to get into Mantra. We'd have to play it 4 times versus 5 4 is still a lot. 4 shuffles. I don't think we're going that long against Sexy Ghost. Fear no Evil gets extra damage. Vigilance gets extra block. Consecrate gets extra damage. Consecrate's kind of fighting for its life here with Conclude. I think Consecrate's pretty high up on the list of cards to get removed. I think it's like all the strikes get removed and then Consecrate. It's probably next. We could upgrade a Defend. It's a bit of a spicy take. Upgrade Defend is interesting because like upgrading Vigilance is something I do fairly frequently, mainly because Vigilance has a pretty high draw and played rate. When you draw Vigilance, you can often be like, oh, I'll just enter Calm and then exit it, so Vigilance is free, right? And if you can get your free card to have 4 extra block on it, that's really good. But in terms of like actual block per energy, assuming it's not free, it's 2 block per energy, whereas a Defend gets 3 block per energy in the upgrade, which is pretty persuasive. Yeah, Cheaper Eruption's a good pick. It's useless if we get Snecko Eye, and we would currently take Snecko Eye, despite the Prostrate and the Consecrate. But yeah, I think cheaper Eruption is fairly persuasive as well. I hate that Eruption doesn't get any more damage. I don't understand why it can't like just go up to 10 or something. Like Tantrum gets more damage, but Tantrum doesn't get decosted, so. It just feels like Tantrum's supposed to be like a slam dunk upgrade, but it's really, I don't know. I'm not that convinced by it. Because like, if you're playing Eruption, a lot of the time you're in Calm already, so like, playing Eruption when you're in Calm is basically free. And like, if you upgrade Eruption, then it's energy positive, which is fun, but we already have 4 energy, so like, are we really drawing an Eruption and 5 energy worth of attacks? Like, we'd have to draw a 6-card hand to pull that off, and we can't do that currently. Also, one of our attacks costs 0. So, it's really not that good. It does matter if you're not in Calm, then a 2 energy Eruption is pretty expensive. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Bash gets a little bit worse when you upgrade it, sometimes. Pretty much only on Lagavulin, but... Even then, like, I do keep Bash unupgraded if Lagavulin's a possibility, or at least if Lagavulin's a possibility for the first elite. But even against Lagavulin, like, if you do a Bash minus on Lagavulin, you only get 1 turn with the Vulnerable. Which is just not very much. Maybe if it's like with like a Shockwave or something. Extends that out. I'm gonna take the Vigilance upgrade. We have a couple of defensive cards. We've got a Protect Plus and a Prostrate and a Vault. I'm not really feeling that vulnerable, but I'll take a Vigilance upgrade anyway. Alright. Hex Ghost. Can we go to Wrath this turn? Seems kind of dangerous. Our outs are like Vault plus Vigilance next turn. 2 of them in 13 cards. I do want that damage. Fear no Evil is not an out because it's in hand. Let's see, so we're at 26, so he's hitting for 3 times 6, 18 damage. If we make him mad, then he hits us for 36. 36 is a lot. But this fight's a race, so we need to race him. Gotta respect his ability to kill us on turn 7. Conclude and Vault are fighting. I think Vault wins here. Because I don't want to take 36. Okay. Just playing the whole thing. Look at that beautiful Vigilance Plus, blocking all that damage. We got a boatload of damage on the first 2 turns. We did like over 100 damage, and he doesn't even have any fires yet. So that worked out well. I guess we're gonna Vigilance Conclude. Gosh, Conclude Plus is a hell of a card. I think we kill him. Okay. Sure. That didn't seem right. Something, something happened there. I don't know. I guess we got lucky, right? Because we could have taken 36 in that fight and died, but yikes. Well, I was talking about how poor the upgrades were. The deck is really good, actually. So, because Conclude Plus and Fault Plus and stuff, Crush Joints. I just like all the good upgrades I already had. I don't think I was complaining about the deck quality. Scrolls here. We don't generate any cards for Master Reality. Probably not taking that. Judgment. You can get past the heart's invulnerability. That's the true Galaxy Brain play. It's like, you know what? I know in like 50 floors, we're going to end up not being able to damage cap and dying. Yeah, we're taking Scroll. Scroll's incredible. Velvet Choker would take us up to 5 energy. Scrawl and Velvet Choker is a little bit of a concern. Violet Lotus is quite good. We have a Fear No Evil, so we're already leaning into that a little bit. I like Indignation a lot. Baylor. I don't think I take it enough, but yeah, I think I'll come hang out, Red Beauty, if I can find your Discord. Indignation is divinity at home. I love it. You haven't unlocked Violet Lotus yet. I'm gonna go take a quick break. I'll be right back, and then we'll choose a boss relic. Okay. People are talking about the boss relic. I'm still thinking about Indignation. I feel like, okay. So Indignation is neat because, like, if you're in Calm, it puts you into Wrath. If you're in Wrath, it makes people vulnerable, right? Like, obviously that's the like, text of the card, but, like, it always moves you towards doing more damage. So if you feel like the deck needs to do more damage, like, taking vulnerable, or taking Indignation is, like, it's a way to get there, right? It's weird because most of the, like, pickable Wrath enters are attacks, right? Like Tantrum and Eruption are attacks themselves, so it's kind of weird to be playing an Eruption enter that isn't an attack, although Crescendo is also not an attack. But like getting that 3 times damage multiplier from like Wrath plus Vulnerable is like, that's the same damage multiplier as Divinity, so it's pretty impressive. Right, exactly. It's a Wrath entry that still works even if you're already in Wrath. I guess there's a note of caution there, though, right? Because if you're already in Wrath and you're spending a card that isn't either exiting Wrath, doing damage, or blocking, you might not have enough cards in your hand to like either end the fight or survive. Okay. I like Violet Lotus because you can trigger it multiple times a turn. Interesting. It doesn't really make any sense to put Eruption in a list, though, right? Because Eruption's like, it's unique, you start with it in your deck. I think for me, I think Simmering Fury is better than Indignation. So I'd put Simmering second in your list, Redbeardy. Merle has them all last. I guess the argument against Velvet Choker is like maybe we get a like a Talk to the Hand and a bunch of flurries or something, and then we end up not wanting to do this. I think Violet Lotus is the most fun, but like Violet Choker is probably the best pick. I don't think Fear No Evil is enough evidence to suggest that Violet Lotus is better than Violet Choker here. It definitely can be, but we have to bend over backwards a little bit. So my thing with Simmering Fury is like, because like it just makes such explosive turns happen. Like you go into Calm, you play Simmering Fury, you draw 7 cards and get 2 extra damage, 2 extra energy, and like you just like blow people up, and then you exit Calm. You've got like so many resources. Simmering Fury is great. Merle thinks Choker is losing. Wow. Merle, can you tell me why you think Choker is losing? I'm interested in your opinion. I think we can probably fight 3 elites here. Yeah, Simmering Fury is pretending about Pocket Watch. I love it. We've got Conclude Plus, which is super good for Act 2 elites, so let's get 3 of them, right? Only way to get 3 is to fight these 2, and then we can start with either the Mega or the regular. Regular one gets us an extra campfire and extra question marks. I guess it gets the same number of question marks. So it's campfire versus shop. Shop is nice. We got 350 gold. How are we getting to a shop? Are we just hoping one of these question marks is a shop? Because holding 350 gold and dying is real bad feeling. Okay, Merle says, watch your scales by having a lot of energy and playing a lot of cards. You have 5 energy and multiple 0-cost cards. It can work, not saying it can't, but Collar was literally free energy. Sure. That's fair. Yeah, Choker is kind of saying, like, we already win hallway fights, so ignore them. But, like, Act 2 hallway fights are no joke. I think I'm gonna take the Mega Elite. I want that fire, and I feel really good about Act 2 elites with the Choker Plus. So I think we're gonna dodge a fire here. A little bit dangerous. We can abort here, still get a fire and still get a shop and go to a fire, but if we're doing that, we're in a bit of trouble. A couple of looters. They heard about the money. They've come to investigate. Let's start off with a Prostrate Scrawl. Okay. 4 cards left. Vigilance, Crush Joints, Conclude. Seems pretty good. Signature move. Chunk. I'd like to block for more than that. Maybe we skip the... So it's like Vigilance, Crush Joints, Conclude. Yeah. Okay, I'll take a little bit of damage to do that. Obviously with Consecrate too. We did get choked there. If you pick Choker and then get choked on the very next turn, makes me feel like maybe Choker wasn't right. So I guess we're gonna get choked like once a fight, right? We're gonna get choked when we play Scrawl, is probably what's gonna happen. Carve Reality seems quite nice. We are having a couple of big blow 'em up turns, and it's nice to have a Smite in hand during that. Yeah, Vault is insane. I'll pick Carve Reality. Maybe not necessary, but... Oh lordy, we've got a lot of strikes and defense left. 7 upgrades. I was talking about this event yesterday, and I said that like 5 and 6 was the breakpoint. 5's a little low, 6 is a little high. But we're at 7, so we pretty much have to take upgrade all, right? Yeah, we're not like super sensitive to card remove either. My current go-to for best card in the game is Seek. Seek Plus. I think Vault is part of that conversation, though, for sure. Alright, let's do Eruption, Strike, Scrawl. And then have 1 energy. Well, I guess we're hoping to find Conclude. Consecrate Conclude. I guess I'll Eruption and then Scrawl and hope to find... Oh wait, no, I guess Crush Joints is not really worth finding here. Just casually killing Spirit Guardian on turn 1. I like Cut Through Fates, but we don't really have the like Deva form thing going, and we can't really... We have Choker, so we can't go too far into that. We could Scrawl then Strike. I did strike that Scrawl to draw an extra card. Because it fills your hand, right? So each card you play before it is an extra card drawn. I just really wanted to find the Conclude. I don't think we need any of these. Mental Fortress, I've talked a bunch about Mental Fortress, and I think Mental Fortress is a bad card. I think Mental Fortress is a trap that you should almost never take. People can disagree with me about that, but Mental Fortress is a card where you have to combo to block, and like blocking is not optional in the game. Because if you don't block, you will die. And if you don't get your combo off, then you die with Mental Fortress. Sorry for the aggressively presented opinion, but I kind of want to hear people disagree. Okay, we're skipping. I didn't really think enough about that decision. I said this was a decision and I didn't really think about it, but whatever. Fine. Hotter than the surface of the sun. Strength is nice. We've already got a Vajra, so we get a little bit of strength. Transform 2 cards is a little bit weaker because all of our strikes are upgraded. It's a great supplement even to the starter deck thanks to Eruption and Vigilance. That's fair. Yeah, I guess, like, as soon as I said, like, it's a terrible card, like, I know that it's because, like, when I take Mental Fortress, I'm like, okay, this is a deck that uses Mental Fortress to block, right? And it's like, and then I try to block with only Mental Fortress and die. And maybe if you take more of a moderate mindset where you're protecting with like Protect and stuff, and then you also Mental Fortress, maybe it doesn't get you killed. But it always gets me killed, so. I think I like Mutagenic Strength. We don't currently have a way to generate artifact charges. We don't have any Clockwork Souvenir or Orange Pellets or anything. And having mutagens puts a little bit of pressure on us to find that. But then also we're going to need like 2 of them, right? Because we want to get rid of whatchamacallit, the like vulnerable versus the heart. So if we get Clockwork Souvenir, then that's great. We get to keep our turn 1 strength, but we also get to keep the vulnerable because we can't choose whether or not those interact. They always interact. Oh well. Curse for Rye? Or Curse for, what call it? We are going to a shop after this, so we only have to carry the ride through 1 fight. That fight is a Mega Elite. Occupy my Watcher skills, block into endgame by combining multiple block solutions. Mental Fortress is a step in the right direction. Yeah, that's fair. Often my endgame Watchers just block with Talk to the Hand, pretty much. Talk to the Hand is absolutely bonkers. I don't mind Rive too much, and I really want that relic. Going through 1 to 4 should be okay. It is a little bit painful to draw an extra innate card when we have our turn 1 is so important with the Mutagenic Strength. But it's just 1 fight, right? I really wish that interacted differently. It seems like it should interact differently. Because it says you get the relic and then the curse, but... Grumble, grumble. It's true. Yeah, you can definitely die in Act 4 with a Talk of the Hand. Alright, let's defend Scrawl. Are we vaulting this turn? We can, like... Eruption... Nope, we can't Eruption Vault. I guess we're just gonna, like, defend, strike plus, prostrate, conclude. Okay. Alright, I think just Vigilance, Crush Joints. I guess we're playing all the cards, because why not? End with the defend for the theoretical shuffle into redraw Crush Joints. Eruption Fear No Evil is probably happening. We should probably fit in Carve Reality while we're here. Should we Smite too? Smite, Fear No Evil, Protect. He's hitting for 7 times 4, that's 28. We'd be blocking for 16. It seems okay, we take 12. We do like 1 million damage. We don't have lethal. And we probably can't get it next turn. Let's see, how much damage are we going to do next turn? Max damage is like Crush Joint, Strike, Strike, Conclude, Consecrate. I guess all the attacks is the... So it does 10, these do 15... Wait, this is 11, right? Because we have 1 strength? Yeah, so 11 plus 15, so that's 41 plus 9. So it's plenty. He's only at 40. He's doing 35, so I think we're just going to prioritize blocking this turn. Why do I keep talking about these turns where I can just play all the cards in my hand? Just play all the cards. Easy. Conclude gets the win. Matryoshka, okay. It's another Mental Fortress, taunting me. do feel like I could use some more Matryoshka. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Our stance changes are Vigilance, Eruption, Fear No Evil. Mental Fortress could prepare us for an Orange Pellets. Currently have no powers. I passed Conclude in a lot of runs, and that has been making me realize what a good card it could be. Yeah, never pass Conclude. Definitely not in Act 1. Conclude's like one of the biggest damage cards in Watcher's arsenal. 16 AoE, are you kidding me? Get out of here. Yeah, I think we need the block, so I will pick Mental Fortress even though I hate it. Okay, fine. Whatever game. So Rushdown. Probably going to be removing a, whatchamacallit, this thingy. Probably going to be buying Panacea for the mutagens / the heart. Doing anything else here? Let's do the card remove first, so I don't forget. This costs 188, leaves us with 146, 44. It's not enough for a pen nib. Not enough for ornamental fan. We can't do like Panacea pen nib. Oh wait, yeah we can. That's only 266. A steal. We don't have that many Wrath Enters. Maybe Rushdown is not good here. We've just got the Eruption. We did just pick up Mental Fortress though, so like Tantrum is very much on the table. Although it's not literally on the table. It's not like available at the shop. Yeah, it's true that Conclude is not. You don't pick Conclude in like an Act 3, but yeah, it's hard to skip Rushdown. I wish I could take Pen Nib too. I feel like Pen Nib's so good with Watcher because you have those like big multiplier turns, and Pen Nib just like doubles your multiplier. Takes you from Divinity Wrath doing 4.5 to doing 9 times damage on something. That's a hard cap, no matter what the attack is. Especially with a little bit of strength from the mutagen. Signature. Alright, fine. We'll take Panacea Rushdown. Potion? Yeah, exactly. Spirit Sparrow, I agree. That's what we're trying to do here. Dex Spot seems nice against Slavers. We need to find a way to block on turn 1. Dex Spot plus Defend pluses makes them block for 10. Water off money? Oh, waste money. A waste of money, I got it. Oh, right, yeah, exactly. I can't. So it's a grumble. Okay. Everyone is correct. We can't do it. Probably gonna do like Mental Fortress, Scrawl, Crush Joints. We're looking for Conclude. We can Crush Joints the Gremlin Wizard and conclude everybody to death. That's what's happening. And we can fit in Rushdown as well. Sure. Yeah, so what I meant by, I probably said Divinity Wrath, what I meant was Divinity Vulnerable. So Divinity does 3 times damage, and Vulnerable is 50% extra damage. So the 50% multiplies with the 3, gets you 4.5. First Rushdown draw. Not likely to have an exit next turn. A little bit scary. We need to get the damage. No attack. That's nice. Consecrate doesn't kill either of these. It's kind of awkward. Let's go ahead and develop Crush Joints on Leader. Do we have lethal here? 21 plus 30 is 51 plus the 12 times 3 is 36. 36 plus, what was it? 36 plus 51 is definitely lethal. Yep, okay. GG, I guess. Wait, that did 39 instead of 36. Oh, because of the strength, right? Shuriken. Whoa. Wallop plus? I said I was a little bit weak on block. Wallop is a really nice way to block. Sure. It's also really energy efficient, which was something we super need. We've got a bunch of energy and a choker, so. And some strength. Turning strength into block is really nice. Horde of War is unlikely to be helpful. These really want us to play a lot of skills. Letter Opener doesn't really scale well enough to do a bunch of damage by this point, so I think we're just going to take Key. It is helpful, but we've got Conclude for our AoE. We don't really need 5 damage. Okay. This is our first turn 1 in a while when we haven't drawn Scrawl. Turns out Scrawl's pretty good. We can Protect, Crush Joints, Consecrate, Wallop. Wallop blocks for 16 plus 8, so 24. Presumably we're hitting it on the vulnerable target. So 14 plus 24 is 38, plus this ends up being 13. 28 plus 13 is 41. Not quite enough to kill either outside slaver. Alright, fair enough. So we take some damage. I said it was 48, but it turned out to be 51, so I guess I was wrong. But... Conclude's nice here. So I think we're going for Blue Slaver. So this is 18. So it's actually going to do 19 because we're about to proc Shuriken, so we'll put this strike on Taskmaster. Perfectly efficient, as all things should be. Panacea doesn't do anything in the fight. Vigilance blocks the damage. Strike sets up for lethal. I said it doesn't do anything in this fight. I mean, it doesn't do anything from here. It does do stuff in the fight. You don't understand the Panacea buy. But you do, though, right? Like, it's primarily for mutagens, and then it's also for the vulnerable from the heart. It's not, like, super aggressive, but it's got some significant utility. We're skipping all these. We've got plenty of damage. Nirvana doesn't help. Yeah, it is called fasting. Speculative fasting is not really the reason for the pick. It would be nice, but... Okay, a bunch of decosts we could do. Scrawl and Rushdown both decost. Eruption as well. Yeah, exactly. We don't really need the the debuff because we've got Suzu and Choker, so we've got plenty of energy for fasting. We can just play it. Scrawl and Rushdown's upgrades help them get played. Mental Fortress helps us block. Panacea would let us block the mutagens and the vulnerable. But upgrading Panacea, it doesn't save us any health in most fights until Act 4, so we can wait on that one. I'm going to go for Scrawl. Maybe not. Scrawl is already the turn when we have the most Velvet Choker pressure. So decosting it lets us play even more cards, and maybe that's not necessary. Rushdown and Wrath and Eruption both decost, but Eruption we could play multiple times to fight, and Rushdown we only get to play once. So I think I'd prefer Eruption over Rushdown. Mental Fortress Plus is pretty nice. Let's just go with Mental Fortress Plus. Okay. A couple of hallway fights, and then a Collector. Wait, is it Collector? Yeah, it is. Darn, Panacea is too late. Yeah, I definitely recognize the irony in, like, saying, I hate Mental Fortress. Now let's pick Mental Fortress. Let's play this to get an extra card drawn. I'm not going to play Panacea because it just turns into a Daze. Just straight conclude. Yeah, that'll do it. Ooh boy. Let's talk to him. I mean, yeah, right? Let's talk to him. Simmering Fury is also here. If we are trying to pick literally the next Wrath we see, that's the next Wrath we see. But it's up against Talk to the Hand. Gotta give it to Talk to the Hand, I think. Another Chosen. I think we're probably going to, like Mental Fortress defend Crush Joint's Vault here. The goal is to try and find Panacea before we get hexed. Just like going as hard as we can to find this Panacea. I guess I'll give it every single card. Nope, we missed it. Dang. We had a really good chance of finding Panacea there. Maybe I should have not played this strike so that I had to conclude up. It's 2 cards away. Well, I guess we can avoid vulnerable. Or wait, is this the weak attack? Vulnerable. How does she work, the Chosen? This is the weak attack. Well, whatever, I'll block weak. Why not? Do we play Rushdown? It gives me an extra Daze next turn. Thanks for the follow, Spirit Sparrow. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Nah, I don't think it's worth it. Well, I don't want to be weak. Wallop's good. I'm gonna Carve Reality Protect. I think for 18 plus 14 is 32. Protect blocks for 16, that's actually already blocked out. Probably no point in Prostrate, just adds a Dazed. Crush Joints might conclude kills Chosen. Actually, just conclude does, right? Wait, no. Does 18, does 27, it's off by 2. If we get the extra strength, does it kill her? We go up to 19. No, it only adds 1 damage. Okay, well, I think it's probably a little bit academic, because we definitely have lethal. Okay. We don't need any of these. Second crush joints. A second chance at Nirvana Plus. Or Crescendo. Okay, take Crescendo, maybe. Give it an upgrade. Procs Mental Fortress and Rushdown. Gets a Wallop better. Not a huge fan of Crescendo. Is it the actual upgrade if we go to Campfire in a sec? Scrawl's got a good upgrade. It is really good here. I usually don't pick it, but it's way better than normal. We have so much energy too. Alright. Okay. Not sure if it gets the upgrade, but Panacea. Hey, thanks for Machines. Thanks for the subscribe. 2 months in a row. Wow. That's like 1/6 of a year. Think about how many arc seconds of the Earth going around the sun you have swept out with me here together in this fine Twitch channel. Let's see. It is basically hashtag he's done the math. We have 5 cards in hand, one of them generates another card. We have 6 energy, we can play them all. We have Velvet Choker, we should probably just do that. Panacea blocks the strength down, which is fun. All of our attacks go through the malleable, so there's no ordering concerns. We get an extra strength. 5 strength. That's a lot. Do we have lethal? 14 plus 24 plus 20. 24 plus 20 is 44 plus 14 is 58. It is lethal. It's over by 5. Yeah, rush. Totally forgot about Rushdown. Empty Fist seems pickable, but we've got kind of a big deck. I don't know if we really want more of that specifically. We've got 2 Wrath Hunters and 2 Calm Hunters. I think that's balanced enough. Let's take a Third Eye. Third Eye's kind of fighting for a slot with Defend Plus. It actually like blocks for less than a Defend right now. I'm not feeling quite as weak on the block as I used to be. Mostly just because we scaled up our attack so much that it doesn't matter. Let's get this. There's a rest or an upgrade. 24 is pretty low. Upgrades don't do a ton. Panacea is a pretty good upgrade here. Block, let's see, is it vulnerable and frail first? The boss is Collector. So the turn 4 debuffs from Collector. I think it's vulnerable and frail first. Let me check. Wiki says weak, then vulnerable, then frail. So we would end up with just frail, blocking the weak and the vulnerable. It's true, we probably are killing him before turn 4, but it is nice to get Panacea upgraded. Eruption's also a nice upgrade. Scrawl, Rushdown, Crescendo, all D-cost upgrades. Talked about all those a bunch. Haven't really had energy problems so far, though. So I think we're just going to grab the Panacea upgrade. It's like having 2 Panaceas. It's true, we can die. Trap. Alright, well, let's get him then. We've conclude to kill the torch heads. Consecrate conclude kills them. Fear no evil could exit, but then conclude doesn't kill. We could Fear no evil Crescendo to generate 12 block. That doesn't make us survive though. I think we're probably just not... I think we're probably just ending in calm here. So let's scroll first. Wall up is pretty good. I think wall up conclude. Jeez, we got crush joints, wall up conclude. So if we do like crush joints, defend, wall up, conclude, we kill both torch heads, regenerate. 28 plus 14 is 42 block. Yeah, that's plenty. We don't even need to defend. So we can just fit in a strike instead. This deck is savage. I guess he is debuffing us. Wait, is this the debuff turn? No, this is him buffing himself, right? So here's the debuff. Looks like he's too late. He almost debuffed us. We perfected him instead. Yeah, that wall up is nuts. That's doing a lot of work there. With the strength scaling and the wall up. I like it. Blasphemy ends fights. We're pretty good at ending fights, though. I don't know. That seems like it's maybe a bit too much. It does count as a stance change. Although, if you need the block, you're probably not playing Blasphemy at the right time. We do have Panacea, but the die next turn does not count as a debuff. In case anybody was thinking about that interaction. Got a couple of establishment cards. The Protect Plus and the Smite from Carve Reality would be the decost targets, as well as Meditate, potentially. And I think Spirit Shield is probably worse than Skip here. Spirit Shield is nice with Scrawl, and we've got a couple of Retain cards, as just mentioned, the Protect and Carve Reality. But it can be hard to make Spirit Shield do enough to feel good to use. Okay, weird question. Why does Spirit Shield exist and why is it rare? It's such a low impact card in my mind. There's a couple of reasons why a card would be rare. So the primary reason a card would be rare is if it's powerful, right? Like that's just sort of like natural card game balance, right? You want the deck to do a lot of not very powerful things and a couple of really powerful things, so that those powerful things seem important by context. I think the reason that Spirit Shield is rare is actually not that it's extremely powerful. The reason that Spirit Shield is rare is because it does something strange. So the other reason you would make a card rare is because it does something weird. So cards that do things that are weird increase the mental load on the player. Like you have to think more about like how you're sequencing your turn if you Spirit Shield. You can't just like play attacks at the beginning and then play defends with your extra energy. You have to think about like, okay, I want to draw cards and then Spirit Shield and then do things depending on those cards. So Spirit Shield is like a very difficult card to play correctly, just from an execution perspective. And you just can't have that many cards like that in a player's deck, or else they're not going to have very much fun. Because they're going to be thinking really hard. And thinking is fun, but you want to moderate the amount of thinking required to play the game, from a design perspective. It can also be really good, but like if we had a whatchamacallit, Cloak Clasp, then we would have been picking lots of cards that say Retain, and then we'd have a 10-card hand every turn, and then like Spirit Shield would be nuts, but that's not really the situation. I think we're just skipping here. Seems like such a weird skip with Establishment and Blasphemy. Usually like at least one of these is good, but we already do a ton of damage and we don't have any Retain stuff. Yeah, it's a strategy game, WildStack. You gotta have a strategy. I'm gonna regret not picking one of these cards if I skip. What am I most likely to regret skipping? I think it's probably the Spirit Shield. Spirit Shield is most likely to be like, I just die at some random, like I have a gap in turn 3 and I don't have a way to enter Calm and I'm getting hit for 80 by Transient or something. We can't escape. The Spirit Shield would have let us escape. I just don't think we need that though. We're winning the Transient fight by just punching him in the face a lot. So we'll skip here. Weird skip. Runic Pyramid's here. We have a ton of energy, so we're not too worried about the hand gunking up. Probably don't want more energy. Being a 6 energy deck is fun, but like, we have a choker, so there are limits on how much we can do with energy. Maybe if we had like 3 copies of Ragnarok or something, I could consider taking more energy here, but just doesn't seem helpful. That being said, we do have most of the good upgrades. So we could take Fusion Hammer and not be missing out on too much. Yeah, it's true. We skip Spirit Shield and then immediately see Pyramid, which makes it so much better. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, I think we're probably just taking Pyramid, right? There's an argument for Busted Crown too. We've pretty much found all the good cards we need. I don't think there's really anything that we're looking for. I don't know if we're quite a heart-killing deck, but I think the only thing standing in our way is we need a couple more relics. And I think Pyramid makes us a lot better. The scroll becomes a little awkward. But honestly, not even that much. We're like, oops, whoa. I clicked the skip button. Glad it let me click back into it. We're drawing 5 cards a turn and playing 6 cards a turn, basically, so it seems like we have plenty of time. Get to keep a wall up for like important big attack turns. Pyramid seems amazing. Okay. I actually think Spirit Sparrow, I think we need stance changing less now that we have Pyramid rather than more. Because we can just keep a stance change, like we can just hold a Fear No Evil. And then, you know, enter Wrath and exit it on the same turn. Shop would be nice. We've already fought our Mega Elite. The only key we need is the Recall key. So we should optimize fires at least a little bit. Or optimize 4 fires a little bit. Fires, shops, and question marks, I think, are the priorities after elites. We want to get like at least 2 elites. There's a couple of 3 elite paths, starting out over here and fighting one of these 2 guys and fighting this guy. I guess we could start with these 2 and then do that as well. Although we're not getting these fires, which is kind of the appeal of going left. The problem with going left is there's no shop. Maybe we don't care about shop, maybe we just save the money for the Act 4 shop. Seems like we're pretty powerful. We don't like need the shop for stuff. Although an orange pellets would be nice. Or like fasting. Both. I'm gonna do this middle route. Costs us an elite, but gets a good number of fires. Actually, it only gets 2 extra fires, and the guaranteed one. Whereas this route gets 3 fires. And gets an extra elite. I guess I don't want to ignore the extra fire and an extra elite just to get a shop. I'll prioritize the shop that highly. We'll decide when we get here. Panacea blocks the strength down. Pandora blocks a bit. Fen Plus blocks a bit. We're hitting for 27. I will tuck the hand on the strong one and punch him for a little bit of block. Ouch. Take some damage. Now they're all buffing. Rude. Okay, let's just get the strength proc on this guy. Do we save the smite, or do we knock him down? Smiting in Wrath mode is pretty important. He is about to get a bunch of block, though. But if we knock him down this turn, then we're less likely to win the fight next turn by knocking them all down than we are to, like, win the fight on the following turn by knocking one of them down next turn and then knocking the other two down the following turn. Hold it. This is the first fight with Pyramid, so I forgot that maybe I should play the Defend to get it out of the hand. Forgot that was even an option. Crescendo, Smite, Consecrate, Vault seems good. We can pick Vigilance to get out if we need. Mental Fortress, Vigilance, Protect blocks for a lot. We could just do Eruption before we do that to kill somebody. Probably him. It seems like a lot of energy. Eruption, Mental Fortress, Vigilance, Defend. Uses all the energy. They're hitting for 44. Or no, they're probably hitting for 22. Block for 18, 26. Yeah, okay, that seems fine. And try to get lethal next turn. Yep. Okay. Pressure points, follow-up, cut through fate. No, I don't think we need any of these. Follow-up's kind of interesting for if we feel like our hand's too full with Runic Pyramid, but we don't, because we have so much energy. That Happy Flower is, like, also quite a bit of energy. We're not triggering the Art of War very much, but we probably could more now that we have Pyramid. We're gonna, like, hold the attacks and then do a big Eruption turn. We also have an Ancient Tea set, so just, like, absolutely tons of energy. Sozu, Happy Flower, Velvet Choker, Art of War, Ancient Tea set. So much. Alright, doing this question mark and then deciding Falling Event. Well, you're not taking my Talk to the Hand. I don't think you can have my Metal Fortress, so I guess you can have Defend. Well, that was not very helpful for deciding which way to go. Still feel pretty strong, so I think I'm just going to take the extra fire, extra elite path, and hopefully just survive to Act 4 and go to the shop there. Is that the right way to think about it? I don't know. I do like taking an early Act 3 shop, and then getting the money back, and then going to the Act 4 shop. But we can't, like, buy potions at the Act 4 shop. A lot of the time you want to buy potions at the Act 4 shop to, like, prepare for the hard fights in front of you, and that's not going to happen this run. Alright, I'll take the shop now. Look for orange pellets. Other than orange pellets, is there anything interesting in the shop? Talk to the Hand. Metal Fortress. Not really. Ragnarok, maybe? Wave of the Hand would be good. Alright, fine. Bonfire Spirits, we've got 20 health to heal, so if we give them something good, get some health back. But what would we give them? Vault is too good. Metal Fortress, Talk to the Hand, Wallop, and Rushdown, they're all too good. We can give them a Crawl? Carve Reality, Fear No Evil? I don't know. Scrawl's too good, I think. I think we just give them like a Strike Plus. Kind of the boring approach. We give them a Crescendo. I don't love the Crescendo. It's decent, but we only get like 5 health from giving them Crescendo. It's just not necessary. We get up Consecrate. Consecrate's time is really over. We've got to conclude for better AoE, and like all our strikes are upgraded. So Consecrate's feeling pretty weak. It is nice to just be able to fit in a Consecrate though. But I don't like drawing it. So I guess I'll get rid of Consecrate. A little bit extra health. Alright. These are bad. Darn, this is a really terrible shot. Nirvana is trying to get into this deck so hard. This is the 4th Nirvana we've seen. We could card remove a strike. Does Strange Spoon do anything? Vault, Panacea, Scrawl, Talk to the Hand, Crescendo. It's quite a few cards. We don't really need a second Panacea though. The other ones are all helpful. Crescendo, Talk to the Hand, Scrawl. Vault for sure. So if we've got 4 really helpful cards that exhaust, then on average we get 2 of them back on the second shuffle and 1 of them back on the third shuffle. But there's also like Voids and Dazes in the Heart Fight. I really don't want those back. Frozen would give us a Fasting Plus if we see one. Tomorrow could put us into Divinity. I think we want to go into Divinity pretty badly. We've only seen the 1 Prostrate. That's been our only Mantra card so far. So I think we take Tomorrow and card remove. Probably a Strike. I guess we could do... We can barely afford Tomorrow and Strange Spoon. It's kind of interesting. Oh wait, no. We can... Yeah, we can barely afford it. That's 6 extra. Strange Spoon is so weird, because like getting your statuses back in the Heart Fight is such a bummer. It can really screw you. Dwarvidic Trip. Trip can be pretty good. Gives us an extra source of vulnerable. We do have to Talk to the Hand, so like getting those artifact charges is pretty important. Currently our only way to do it is Crush Joints. Also just having people be vulnerable is really good. We have pyramids, so we can wait and trip at the perfect time. We can't afford Demaru Trip card remove. That would cost $368. I think I like Demaru Trip. That also gets us like our 4.5 multiplier sometimes. We have such good strength scaling with like mutagens, Shuriken, Vajra that like, do we really need a 4.5 times multiplier? I think the answer is probably yes. Okay, all right. All right, second easy pool fight. Panacea blocks the strength down. Prostrate gets out of the hand. Scrawl draws a bunch. Talk to the hand. Get 2 more cards. So one of them should block. Probably like defend, conclude. No, we should save conclude for like eruption trip. How about like defend crush joints? What about just defend trip? Yeah, let's do defend trip. Can we kill him? Seems like we can probably kill him. Eruption crush joints conclude. Eruption by itself is weak 20. Okay, we don't need any of these. Talked about them all before. Cooking, you've been summoned. Coconut was sitting in front of an empty food bowl complaining, so she had different ideas about what was happening when I walked over there. I should feed you, yeah. Yeah, you should get food. You're worth it. Thanks for your little bloop. I heard it. Can't respond right now because I have a cat. Alright, Coconut, you ready to go on your pillow? You want to sit on your pillow? You're looking at it. There you go. Meow. Thanks for the follow, DMoss18. Appreciate it. Welcome to the vegetable patch. Oh, also thank you, Artifact Addict. Tried to sneak in your follow while I couldn't see it. Well, found it. Did I already look at these? This is literally exactly the same card reward as last floor, right? Maybe I just already looked at them. Yeah, I already looked at these. Okay. Interesting. Well, we can't get rid of our Duncan art. What's your solution? I do think there's no solution. My cat is too loud. You've got me on pins and needles. What do I do? My cats start meowing the minute they finish eating. That's hilarious. I'm kind of thinking about just like rush down defend here to get the extra energy from Art of War. Introducing Kitten Mittens. Oh, I've seen that episode. Yeah, okay. Or I think it's just a clip of that. I haven't watched a lot of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Maybe just rush down? Nah, I shouldn't be holding that many strikes. Alright, so I'll just play the strikes. Plus we have extra strength this turn, and we should be getting Shuriken procs when we can. I'll go ahead and just throw this Smite in there too. We can only play attacks every other turn, so might as well play them now. Alright. I guess Mental Fortress Fear and Able gets played. And defend Panacea. Take 7. Wallop does stuff this turn. Let's prostrate Strike Scrawl. I want to play like Eruption, or Talk to the Hand Eruption Trip Wallop, or I guess Trip Talk to the Hand Eruption Wallop. But is that enough? Probably not. We get 6 block for going into Eruption, 6 block from the Talk to the Hand procs, that's 12, so we go up to 16. And then Wallop hits for 3 times 14, which is 42, but he hits us for 90. So that's not a good idea. Good point. We'll get 3 more cards. So what about like Eruption Wallop Vigilance? I think we can play that, right? Vigilance blocks for 12. We block for 12 by changing stances 2 times. That's 24. Wallop's gonna block for the rest, I think. 24 plus 28. Yeah, should be fine. Okay. That rushdown is not doing much anymore. Okay, Okay, he's hitting for 14. Let's get Talk to the Hand down. Get some of that vulnerable. Get this strike out of hand and defense. Defend last for reasons. Hitting for 45 again, but now we've got Talk to the Hand up. We could just vault too. We could like wall up Carve Reality vault. Or I guess we could prostrate to block the burn. Prostrate vault actually puts us into Divinity next turn. I think that probably kills him, doesn't it? Yeah, let's do that. Yikes, that's a lot of damage. We just conclude for 90 and end the fight. Goodbye. Sundial, second Fear No Evil. If you vault, does it trigger his change? It does not. So his change happens on his turn. He doesn't get a turn if we vault. Crap, where did I leave my wrist brace? Hold on. Yeah, it seems like Fear No Evil's probably good. I don't know. It helps trigger Mental Fortress, but we have only got 2 Wrath Enders, Eruption, Crescendo. I think Extra Calm puts us a little bit out of balance. If we pick Fear No Evil, we can get like a Tantrum though. Get us right back in balance. Yeah, I guess we'll skip it. We haven't been hurting for Calmenters, so... Fear No Evil's really good though. Yeah. We could take a Smith or a Recall here. I think those are defensible, both defensible options. Trip gets AoE if we upgrade it, which is nice. And going into Divinity is really an option now, even though we only have the 1 Prostrate. So upgrading Prostrate makes it happen either 1 or 2 turns earlier. If somehow we're in the second shuffle by turn 4, Prostrate gets us there on turn 4. Pretty unlikely we're going to be in second shuffle on turn 4. In fact, that's impossible, right? Because we can only play 6 cards a turn. So if we like drew 16 cards on turn 1, had a 10 card hand, then like on turn 2 we'd be able to draw 6 more cards. So okay, so we draw 16 on turn 1. We're down to 9 cards in deck, and then we draw 6 cards a turn. I guess it is an option. Very unlikely, though. Let's just take the Recall now. I think we're feeling strong enough. Yeah, should be fine. Well, there's 2 more Elites, though. We don't get full value out of resting, though. But we almost do. We go to 18. We get 18 out of it, rather. Probably only 1 more fire left, though, so I'd rather save the rest for the end if I can. Alright, ridiculous 7 energy mode engaged. How do we have 4 boss relics? We don't. We did a boss relic swap. So we have Sozu and Velvet Choker and Runic Pyramid, but that's just 3. I think I'll play Strike and Prostrate to get them out of hand. I guess I'll play Conclude while I've got the extra strength. Actually, maybe I play both to get the Shuriken proc. It's kind of greedy. Because I want to save the wallop for blocking next turn. So I'll just play with Conclude. Oh, you thought Shuriken was a Black Star. I getcha. Yeah, they do look kind of similar. Annoyingly, if we vault, our turn ends, and then we take 12. So we do have to block for 12 if we want to vault. We could, like, Mental Fortress Vigilance vault or something. We could just Mental Fortress Vigilance wall up. That's enough, right? Yeah, it is. Overblocks by 1. Okay. Save wall up. Save vault for an actual emergency. Here's Talk to the Hand. Let's get that down. And then, like, Curve Reality, Strike, Defend Vault. Okay, so now we could like crescendo crush joints. And then if we don't get lethal, end with Fear No Evil. Okay. Looks like we're getting lethal. Okay. Like Water's a little bit too slow, I think. Empty Mind, we don't really need that much card draw. We've got Runic Pyramid and Rushdown. And Battle Hymn's just a no. Just a regular no. Alright, we're going for the multiple elite roll line, I think. We've already taken Sapphire Key, so this is a real chest. Use up our Matryoshka. We need to kill Exploda this turn if we can, and we can easily. 1 strike and a Conclude does it. He's at 16. The Smite does 16. We can't land Talk of the Hand yet. We can trip. Okay, let's trip Scrawl. Man, our Talk of the Hand and our Wall Up don't work against Spirit Guardian. The only thing that works is Murder. We can Mental Fortress Crescendo Fear No Evil to generate some block, or we can just double defend. Yeah, I think I just like double defend. Get some more cards out of hand. Get the strike out. Oh, I was gonna play Mental Fortress too. I didn't realize I was getting choked. Oops. I think that's the first time we've like lost a card that I intended to play to choker. My bad. I'm pretty sure we have lethal here. Okay. Nope, none of these, that's for sure. Giant head. We want to get a strength proc, so I guess we just strike, conclude. Talk to the Hand is nice. Panacea will block the next week, which he's about to apply. I guess I'm going to play the Fear No Evil for a strength proc. I don't want to skip the strength proc, so... Okay. I guess Vigilance Prostrate is fine. We could play, oh no, we can't play Carve Reality Smite Wall Up, that's costs 4. A little hard to get a lot of value out of slow procs when Velvet Choker is here. Giant Head's kind of a big problem for this deck. We're gonna have to do like Divinity, vulnerable stuff to get him. Go ahead and play 1 defend. We've got a lot of defensive tools in hand. A little bit afraid of getting hand stuck. But we get X-Vendor Sheet next turn. Vault is a good way to get lots of procs. I kind of want to save that for the turn where we're ending in Divinity, if possible. So we, like, get a bunch of procs, get him vulnerable, go into Divinity, blow him up. So this turn I think we're just trying to block for 40. And try and draw back to Prostrate. Drawing back to Prostrate means we're going to want to play that Scrawl next turn, so we're going to want to get 6 cards out of hand, basically. It's going to be tough to do. We could play, like, Trip, Crush Joints, Defend, Protect, Defend. Thanks for the follow, Mr. McMahonface. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. I guess the Crush Giant should go after the Defend, Protect. Okay. I think we vault this turn, and then hope we draw Prostrate either with the Scrawl this turn or next turn. We'll hold the wall up in case we don't. Okay, let's get the Mental Fortress out of hand, get a slow proc. And then start off with Crescendo. Oh crap. I'm gonna restart the fight because I just got choked and killed myself. I was thinking about playing Eruption, but then I was like, well, but wait, playing Carve Reality Smite does more damage, and I could keep the Eruption in hand, but got choked and died. Whoops. Okay, this turn was Strike, Strike, Conclude, so you get a Strength proc. Don't judge me, First Dane. I see that judge. Panacea, Rush Down, and then we get a Strength proc with Talk to the Hand, Funeral Strike. Did we play Defend this turn? I don't remember. Okay. Dan can't bulge me. This is my chat. I remember Prostrate Vigilance was this turn, and then we can't Carve Reality Smite wall up because it's too much energy. But I'll play Carve Reality anyway. Again, should play the Protect before the Carve Reality. And then this is the turn we started thinking about vaulting the following turn, but we didn't vault this turn. Yeah, I haven't played Among Us yet. I'll have to, like, buy it and download it, but yeah, I'll play. You said it's 6 p.m. Are we in the same time zone, Redbeardy? Maybe 6 p.m. means something different to you. 4 p.m. for me. Oh, okay, that is different. Are you guys central? I think we played Trip and First Joints this turn. And should have played the Defend and Protect first. Somehow I blocked for... Oh, I must have saved to defend the first time, because I blocked for more the first time. Oh, that's a mistake. I'll try to do that better if I play this a third time, but I'm not repeating it for that this time. Okay, and then this is the turn we vaulted and inadvertently killed ourselves. So I think we played, like, Mental Fortress Crescendo, which shuffled. And then we got 4 cards left. And one of them's going to be Scrawl and one's going to be Vault. So we got 2 cards. So I think it's like Strike, Eruption, Scrawl, Vault. And this time we didn't even draw the thingamajig. I'll Scrawl now. Okay, 2 cards left. I guess I'll do Eruption. Eruption and Strike do the same amount of damage, but Eruption costs more, so I'll use the Eruption. Darn, we didn't find the Prostrate. Maybe we can exit Wrath and then re-enter. Nope, because we lost our Eruption. Oh well. We can exit Wrath then, if we're not getting lethal. Wallop is doing 72. Maybe we can just block him and stay in Wrath mode. Okay, so we need to do like 6 attacks basically. If we can, we can't because we only have 5 energy and one of them's gonna be Wallop. So Wallop is 1 card. We've got 3 cards left for. Ooh, sure, that's fine. Or invited. I guess we'll start with a Trip. And then, like, strike, Wallop. Or maybe, like, defend, strike, Wallop. Oh, wait, no, that's the right amount of energy. Yeah, defend, strike, Wallop should work. Let's see, so this blocks for 8, these each block for 3, and then this blocks for upwards of 76. So if we assume it's just 76, then it's 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 76 is 90, so that already blocks out. Okay. Okay, you can take your turn, Giant Head. We can go into Divinity and then conclude the fight. Okay. Alright. Another Master Realities here. We don't really need card draw. Alright, everyone in this Characters of Spire form a woodwind quartet. What are each of their instruments? Ironclad's a bassoon, obviously. Just start with the obvious one. I feel like Silent plays like a piccolo or a flute or something. I feel like Watcher is like plays some sort of like innocuous instrument like a panpipe, but then like randomly in the middle of the performance like busts out an electric guitar with like a ton of reverb and just like goes on a crazy solo. And Defect is clearly like producing back in the studio. Thanks for the follow, FPL Panic. Not a very good quartet. the like bassoon flute electronica combination, but you know, it's what came off the top of my head. I think no for the rest of these, yeah. Question mark, so we can go fight another elite. Oh my gosh, question mark is a giant chest. We got a pair. Everything's going great. We got a lot of fruit recently. Last couple of floors. Really upping our max HP game. Rectomancer, okay. We can Mental Fortress Vigilance to block. Sure. And like Crush Giant's Carve Reality probably kills a dagger. 14 plus 10 is definitely enough. Go for the high HP dagger. Yeah, Ironclad could definitely be a Bass Sex. Smite gets a strength proc, so I'll do it. my conclude at? Let's like defend scroll and look for conclude. Did not find it. We did find wallop and trip though. 4 cards left. We can enter Wrath, but we can't exit. We could vault. Vault and save wallop. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Let's go into Wrath and try and kill some daggers next turn with the vault. Let's put the vulnerable on Reptimancer. I feel like we're already getting enough damage to kill that dagger. Okay, so wallop kills him. We actually didn't get an exit, so we have to block for 68. So maybe we wallop on the vulnerable target to maximize our block. But then what, we have to like double strike him to death? Doesn't seem good. Wallop on her blocks for 42. So we can like talk to the hand wallop on Reptimancer and then double strike on dagger. Doesn't seem good. Block for 45 and take 23. Oh, thank you, Wozbeck and First Dane. Everybody get in the chat. I guess defend is better than talk to the hand, because it blocks for 9 rather than 3. Okay, what if we swallow our pride, wall up the dagger, that blocks for 24, and then we protect defend to block for another 26. 24 plus 26 is 40. So we actually end up taking more. Oh crap, yeah, if we proc Shuriken, strike does kill dagger. So then it would be like, talk to the hand, strike wallop on Reptimancer, single strike on dagger. It's not much better. We're still using only attacks. You're right, no, you're right. It does block for 3 more. So it ends up being 48 block, so we take 20. Yeah, I think that's the best we're getting. Okay. Ouch. Alright, so let's develop the rush down and the prostrate. And just like strike conclude. Wait, we should save the conclude. Let's not be too hasty here. Oh wait, we have lethal. Right? Yeah. Okay. Maybe the interesting thing about Ceramic Fish is that it procs off Transforms. So Pandora's Box or Astrolabe generate a fair amount of Spire Bucks. Yeah, I think probably the most interesting thing about Ceramic Fish is the interaction with the Bleeding statue. I like that quite a bit. But that is an interesting interaction too. Any card game counts. Even if you get a curse. Ceramic Fish is there for you. I also enjoy the like Ceramic Fish Bleeding statue and like Knowing Skull interaction. I hate talk about X's that try to force me into an opinion. People do it all the time. I don't understand. Talk about why this is your opinion. It's like, no, I don't want to talk about that. I'll answer your question, but I'm gonna reject your frame, Sherwins. Come on, man. I'm a human. I get to make up my own mind. Sorry, bloody idol, bloody statue. The cutest relic. I feel like in order to judge cuteness, I need to look at it, and I can only really see the relics that are in front of me. Matryoshka is pretty heckin' cute. That's a cute one. Ceramic fish, definitely probably the cutest one in the relic bar. Mawbank is pretty cute. That's fair. I feel like we're missing some like really obvious ones, but I can't think of what they are. Happy Flower is pretty cute. I like Regal Pillow, Tiny House. Cute cow. Are you talking about Akabeko? Akabeko is pretty cute. I was thinking about Snecko, or Serpent Head. What is it called? Snecko Skull? Yeah, Snecko Skull. But then I was like, nah, it's too bony to be cute. Bones aren't cute. Oh yeah. The Face Trader's got a bunch of good ones. Even the bad ones for Face Trader. Naloth's Hungry Mask. Yeah, I think it's probably Akabeko. Akabeko and Ceramic Fish are way up there. Ice Cream's nice. Ice Cream, like, I had a... I was looking at one of my YouTube videos recently, and it was called The Coziest Run Ever. And I didn't say anything in the stream about it being a cozy run, but I looked at the relic bar. It had, like, Tiny House and Ice Cream and Regal Pillow. Just looked like a really comfortable run. Oh, hey, I dropped some packets. I don't know when that happened, but we have dropped 1,000 packets. Yeah, Akabeko's a good one. Thanks to Redbeardy for reminding us all of what's important in life. Cute little... Is Akabeko also ceramic? Cute little ceramic cows. No, I think if Crescendo was a Tranquility, I might consider it, but not as Crescendo. Wait a minute, there's an extra prostrate here. I want that 4.5 times multiplier. Gosh darn it. There's been a bunch of fights where we've been like, maybe we can draw back to the prostrate. So if we play both prostrates and go into Divinity on turn 5, that seems pretty good. Turn 5 is a good time to be killing the heart. That's the first time before his second attack cycle. Mawbank is I think, a pretty good one. Definitely respect the Mawbank opinion. I think I will take a Prostrate Plus. Puts a little bit more pressure on Velvet Joker, which is unfortunate. We could Vault to try and avoid... Let's see, is this vulnerable? It's vulnerable, right? Where are you at? It is weak and frail. Don't I look foolish? I think we do, like, Talk of the Hand, Strike Crush Joints to get a Strength proc, and then Vault to try and avoid the thingy. Man, we are never getting those turn 1 scrawls anymore. It just doesn't happen. It's not possible. Let's play Mental Fortress and get another Strength proc. Get stronger. I think if I get Mawbank on floor 1, I'd probably wait until, like... Wait, how do you get Mawbank on floor 1? It's, like, literally impossible to get a relic on floor 1, right? You could get it from Niao, but you can't get it from floor 1. You can get it from floor 2, because that can be a question mark, but floor 1 is impossible. Take that, Wazbek. Oh, from floor 0. That would make sense. Yeah, I think usually you can probably you can probably carry that to Act 2. Early Act 2 shop is like a pretty common thing that you're gonna want, but Act 1 shops usually aren't necessary. We can block out this turn and get a Strength proc with like Trip, Double Strike, Conclude. Save all of our defensive tools. Should I play this defend? Just to get it out of hand? We've got some really strong block cards here. Vigilance block for 15, protect blocks for 12. Yeah, I think we're fine without the defend. Alright. Rushdown, Panacea, Prostrate. A lot of card, not a lot of action. Save the wall up for blocking. And strength procs and stuff. Eruption, Wallop seems like a good idea here. We can just go into Divinity and Wallop. That's right. This is the Maw Bank, but the mean version. Sure. Let's go into Divinity. And then like Wallop Scrawl. Try to Wallop again. Oh my god, we have 8 energy. We can only play 3 cards. I guess those cards are Crush Joints, Strike, Strike. Okay. What is his last relic? This is Golden Eye. Makes us do extra scrying. Oh yeah. Meditate's great. I think First Aid has a mic too. Yeah, I think that Jawworm, Maw Bank, or Maw Non-Bank, the Maw, and Meow are all part of the same family. I think that's reasonable. But Maw, like, wait, but isn't Meow also like a god? Meow's like the god of rebirth, right? I guess gods can take on whatever form they please. I don't know. Meditate? It does seem like we could use another commenter, and Meditate's about the best one you could ask for. Hand size problems though, right? Hand size. I guess it's not a Meditate plus, right? So it's not, it's like a draws 1 card from a discard. It lets us get our, like, Wallop back too. The Wallop is pretty important. Or like a Prostrate. Yeah, I think I'll take a Meditate. Sure. Let's see. We've got sort of like 40-ish health we could heal. Heal for 25. I think healing's probably the responsible pick here. We gotta fight 2 bosses. I don't think either one's gonna be super challenging. But also just like don't super need the upgrades. Do you have a sweet spot or a limit on how large your deck is? No. A lot of times decks end up being like 30-ish cards, 32 sometimes. This one's a little bit on the small side. Smaller's better, obviously. So if you're going to have a 5-card deck that does all the things you need to do, then you're going to be 100% consistent. Which is really nice. You want to be consistent as consistent as possible, so... Alright, so let's play Prostrate and Defend to get some block, and try and take out one of these little culty boys. Get a strength proc. Alright. I think we're going to develop Rushdown and Strike then Scrawl. Probably ending the turn with Vault. I guess Scrawl then Vault is kind of horrible. I guess I'll just, like, Strike then Scrawl. Hey, Dewall HS, thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. You've come in at an interesting time. This is the, this is sort of the end of a Watcher run. Just started our Act 3 progression, so we're on floor 50. We have kind of a just like milquetoast Watcher run going. Just started out with like conclude and protect and crush joints. We're doing a little bit of divinity stuff. We have a Demaru and 2 prostrates. So eventually we're trying to like do the vulnerable divinity wallop thing. We also have a runic pyramid, which is very important. I'll also introduce myself in case there's any new folks in the Dual audience. I'm Vegetablebread. I'm a game developer. And I'm sort of playing Slay the Spire to like engage with this community because I am making a game that is sort of not exactly similar to Slay the Spire, but I think that Slay the Spire players will like it. So I hope that I can eventually get some of you people to check it out. Alright, let's just use Wallop to kill this guy. The 14 and 14, this is the same number. I like that. That happens. How was your run today, Dual? Were you streaming Slay the Spire? How did it go? Let's just use Scrawl now, while we still got some more cards left on the Choker. 4 cards left. Only 2 energy, so probably not spending all those. Fear No Evil Conclude seems like a reasonable way to end. I guess we could Crush Joints instead. We could do like Crush Joints, Fear No Evil to enter Calm, and then later on we could, or like next turn we could Eruption Conclude. Yeah, that seems good. I appreciate the vote of confidence, the Refo08. I do stand up, that's true. Maybe the Baylor Lord emotes were indicative of a pun, which I did not get until after I read it out loud. I want to play Conclude and Vault in the same turn, which you can't do. It's not allowed. So I think I'll just go into Eruption and then... We need to block this 32 damage. Yeah, 32 damage. Probably killing him. We can kill him with just 2 attacks if we want. I was imagining Eruption concluding. Maybe we like Eruption, do some stuff, Vault, and then we end up concluding. Yeah, if we draw another hand, we're almost certainly going to get an exit. Wow, Meditate is another end of turn effect. I didn't realize I had 3 end of turn effects. I got the whole team. Dual says, I've been playing Slay the Spire with very limited success, a couple of decent runs, and some Act 1 deaths in between. No heart kills, 1 heart death, which may have been a throw. Let me check the fog. Yeah, it's a very difficult game. So, are you playing on Ascension 20? Or are you playing on Ascension? I'm not really familiar with how far along you are. All right, let's go. Let's do the stuff. Rushdown is so useless in this deck now. I really wish it wasn't in here. Let's start with Trip. I've got an extra card, so I guess... Oh, no, we don't. We've got 1 card left, so we'll vault. Right now. There's the talk to the hand. We also got an exit, which we need. But we don't have a kill for Cultist, unfortunately. We can, like, meditate back a Wallop, but that helps me next turn, not this turn. Mental Fortress Meditate, I think, is happening, and then I guess, like, double defend. Okay. That was rough. Prostrate puts us into Divinity. We can Prostrate Wallop to block for a bunch. And then, like, conclude. Sure. Okay, now they're both down, I can play Rush Down. Oh shoot, conclude, forgot. Yeah, we took a bunch of damage. I guess I'm glad I rested. So we can change stances multiple times this turn. We could even play Rush Down. But like... Vigilance, Eruption, Fear No Evil, I think is probably all happening. And then a couple of strikes while we're there. So that blocks for 18 with stance changing, 13 with Vigilance, that's 31. Hey, thanks for the subscription to Wall HS. Wow. Really appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. Let's give you some Veggie love in the chat. Try out your new emojis, whatever they're called, by the kids these days. Vegeta 1. Yep, that's my prefix. I thought about leaning into it. I thought about having some like Vegeta-themed emotes, like a piece of bread with like a crazy Dragon Ball Z aura thing, or like coconut going Super Saiyan. Haven't done it so far. If people are into that, it can be done. Wait, what is SSJ? Super Saiyan J. He's going to be hitting for 44, and we are going to block for 6 more, so we're going to block for 37. Super Saiyajin. Seems like an overcommit for Protect. So I think I'll just Panacea double strike Fear No Evil. Ah, it's the Japanese spelling. That makes sense. Of course, no one here is, or at least I'm not Japanese, I don't know. I guess people in chat could possibly be. I know that Redbeard and First Day aren't. I guess I don't know that, but... Alright, I'm walking myself into a corner here. I apologize for any offense. 42 damage coming in. This blocks for 5. Getting beat up here. We can Crescendo Meditate to block for 12 more. Seems like kind of a waste since we don't have any attacks. I guess we do have Carve Reality, and we could draw cards with Rushdown. Some of those are attacks. Protect, Double Defend blocks for 18 plus 17. Yeah, so I mentioned a couple times that like Coconut likes to jump up on the guitar amp, and then onto a stool, and then onto my standing desk. And that the amp has moved, so we put all the music stuff downstairs. So it's, the guitar is downstairs. It's actually not a pot, it's an urn. But they are superficially similar. Okay, so 18 plus 17 is 35. It's a burn face urn. Okay, sorry, I keep getting confused, getting distracted here. 18 plus 17 is 35, right? Yeah, 35, and then we can prostrate for 5 more block. Take 2 damage. Seems okay. That is 4 cards, so we have 2 cards to do other stuff with. Probably like Trip and Carve Reality, or maybe Meditate. Meditate back to Wallop. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. If we're gonna meditate, should we Crescendo too? No, we'll save that for later. I guess we could also meditate back the Protect, but I think I'd rather meditate back the Wallop. Oops, this ends the turn. Should have played the trip. I meant to. Didn't do it. We can, like, trip, crescendo, crush joints, wall up here. Prostrate puts us in Divinity next turn. 9 plus 18 is enough to block this turn. If we go into crescendo, he's hit for 44, and this hits for 36. So we have a deficit of 6. Prostrate blocks most of that. But then we go into Divinity next turn with, like, maybe no attacks, which seems not ideal. But we would be in Divinity when he's vulnerable, which is always good. Let's just build up for next turn. So we can just, like... build the deck of a house. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Choker definitely does feel like it's holding us back. Actually, no, we have enough block with wall up to block out with just, like, trip crescendo wall up. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do trip crescendo wall up, and then 2 strikes to finish the dex proc. Or the strength proc. I wish it was a dex proc. I'll develop Rushdown. We don't really need to draw cards this turn. Oh wait, we should play Prostrate. Yeah, let's end the turn with Prostrate so we go into Divinity next turn. Not having to do anything else. Okay. Alright, meditates a way to end the turn. I guess we're just killing him. Okay. Alright. Time Eater. Panacea is huge on turn 1. We really need to get some turn 1 Panaceas going. We're saving Vault to do the Time Eater skip thing. And I guess I'll play the Prostrate. Is Time Warp the name of his thing? It is, wow. I don't think I've ever looked at that. I've looked at this thing, but just to see what the counter is, not to see what the name is. Also, it's interesting that they put the little... I can't point with the mouse, because if I try to point with the mouse, I'll move the mouse off of it, but the little pop-up that says defensive in the same context as the Time Warp, because a lot of the times when I'm looking for statuses, I mouse over here, and even though it gives you the same pop-ups anywhere on the character, it's just interesting they put the intent in the little pop-up box. Yeah, the special Vault Time Eater interaction. Do I play Prostrate? Is there any reason to play it now? I think there isn't. I think we just chill. Crap. Well, he's trying to do 24 to us. I guess I'm glad I saved this stuff. It blocks for 9. That ain't much. Maybe we just Vault now. Oh, that special interaction. Yeah, sure. Yep, he doesn't like Watcher. Reset the fight, see the die. Oh, did I cover it up? Is that what happened? So defend Prostrate blocks for 9, hits us for 24, and we go to what? 15, so we go to 3. That seems really dangerous. So maybe we Vault for a better life. I 100% think it's thematic reasons. I'm sure they balanced this fight around Time Warp being 12. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 12 just because clocks. What if we like Eruption double strike vault here? Yeah, I think I remember seeing Time Warp be 10 as well. I think I've read that patch note. But I think the incentive for it to be 12 is that it matches clocks. I don't know if they necessarily initially made it that way. But... Alright, I think I am going to vault here. I'm going to get a strength proc. Yeah, 10 card limit would be brutal. I'm glad that's not how it is anymore. We didn't really get much block. I was hoping to draw more. Mental Fortress, Prostrate, Double Defend. And then we meditate something back, or do we Fear No Evil? Kind of in a terrible situation here with like Time Warp and Velvet Choker fighting each other. We have to play one more card, but then we go to 10 on the clock, which is gross. There's no cards here that is super good. I'll wait for like Wallop or something for Meditate. We could Meditate back Prostrate and go into Divinity next turn. We have like some pretty good damage in hand. Yeah, looks like... No, we can't... Next turn, we only have 2 cards, so... I'll check some damage now. Yeah, Divinity with 2 cards, exactly. Is there any other defensive resource we could meditate? We could just meditate to defend. Why did I think that was the last card? Oh, right, because I don't want to have 1 card next turn. Okay. Sitting for 24 again. Get 2 cards to block it. We can just, like, protect Vigilance. That's a lot of block. That's actually a little bit too much. Defend Vigilance is a little closer to 24. Protect Defend is 26, overblocks by 2. That seems fine. Oh, we do need 30. Good point. So this blocks for exactly 30. Well, shucks. I always mess that up where I block for what Time Eater is doing before the end of the turn, and then I'm like, oh yeah, Time Eater. There's another Prostrate here. If we can draw it, we can go into Divinity now. We have a lot of damage. Got like Wallop conclude. I guess I'd rather go into Divinity on a Wallop turn. So let's just like trip double strike conclude here. And like Divinity Wallop next turn if we want to do it at all. We have Divinity, so we can, like, Divinity, talk the hand, Wallop to block for a ton. Sure seems great. I guess, when does this Crush Joints fit in? Let's see, Wallop is hitting for 60, so we don't actually need to worry about the talk to the hands block, so we'll Crush Joints first to extend the vulnerable. You know what? We should have saved the Talk to the Hand for the second phase, because we like applied the Talk to the Hand immediately before he purges it. I'm actually going to restart the fight to not make that same mistake. Because we don't need it this turn. We were splitting him and blocking either way. I think we just Panacea this turn. I remember we didn't play any of these cards because we had them all in hand next turn. This time we saw the Never Liked You. See, we got to restart the fight. We saw the text again. I think this was Double Strike, or Eruption Double Strike Vault. Is that how we ended up on this turn? Yeah, it was. Oops. And this is the turn we need to block for 30. Do you guys ever consider Choker's Limit as a multi-turn resource? What do you mean by that, Red Beardy? Mental Fortress, because we're going to end with Fear No Evil, and like defend, prostrate, Fear No Evil, and then we end with 10 on the clock, right? Yeah, I think this is what happened. Okay. Yep, this looks right. Like with Pyramid, it makes sense to use your last energy on hand, dumping, so you can use your 6 cards more effectively next turn. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely like a part of this run. Okay, so what happened to this turn? Oh, right, we did Protect Vigilance because we needed to block for 30, and block for exactly 30. Okay, that's an easy turn to remember. Okay, and then this was the... We didn't go into Vigilance this turn. We just tripped Strike concluded. And then this turn we accidentally played Talk to the Hand when we shouldn't have. Okay. So... Prostrate puts us in Divinity, and then Crush Joints, Wallop blocks out. That didn't split him. We split him last time. I don't know how we did more damage last time. Oh, I guess it was that. Okay. So he's split now, right? Because it's 240? Yeah. Oh, it was Talk to the Hand. That makes sense. Okay, so he's split. We're blocked out. Should we do anything else this turn? Should we play 4 more cards? Yeah, we got a nice amount to block. We probably want to meditate something back. That's true, we can't play 4 more, we can only play 1 more, or 2 more rather. So we can like rush down meditate. Get those out of hand. What are we meditating? Probably the wall up, right? But maybe the Prostrate Plus. Prostrate Plus is a pretty big deal. Yeah, I think wall up. Okay. Nope, not Scrawl. Rush down, meditate. Okay, and then we play 2 cards this turn with 7 energy. I think I'll just play like Prostrate Strike or something? Prostrate Defend? I guess Prostrate Defend? No, Defend's gotta be wrong, right? Yeah, I'll just do Prostrate Strike. Strike doesn't do anything, but we need to play 2 cards. Okay. So we got a block for 36. We can play Talk to the Hand. It works now. We could like Crescendo Talk to the Hand. That does 28 damage, so he'd have 4 armor left. And this would do 38, so it would block for 34. So that gets us most of the way there. So like Crescendo, Talk to the Hand, Wall Up. And then we have to go back to Calm, obviously. So Vigilance. Maybe we don't have to go back to Calm? We'd have to block for a ton to not have to go back to Calm, though. We need to clear some hand size out, too. Ooh, Crush Chunks is nice. Okay, so we have 6 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That seems fine. He's currently hitting us for 72. So if we defend, we actually block out. So we don't need the Vigilance. We could, like, defend Carve Reality. And then probably kill him next turn. Right, it is 72, right? 60 plus 12, yeah. Okay. Get that 6 and 6 combo. Get it all lined up. This kills the Time Eater. Okay. Neat. I didn't know we were getting there for a second. That was really close. On to Act 4. This counts as a win now. Somebody was wondering if I had gotten or if they had seen a Watcher win on stream. And I was like, well, we win most of the time with Watcher. This is now a win. 17 healing or one of these cards upgraded. We have no other marginal healing. I guess we actually do. We have Blood Vial, so it's only 15 healing if we rest. Which of these cards would be a good upgrade? Trip is good in the Spire Elite fight. Actually, Trip is like kind of a questionable upgrade for the Spire Elite fight, because it's nice that it hits both, but if you don't upgrade it, you can use it to turn around. And if you do upgrade it, you can't. I don't think we need an upgrade that badly. Just the health is fine. It's going to be a tough Act 4. Establishment. There's our cute little cow. Prismatic Shard for the 1 card reward. We could card remove the Rushdown. Rushdown's not really doing anything. Conjure Blade's actually not terrible. We sometimes end up with like 7 energy and no way to spend it. Also, Ancient T-Set's active, so for the next fight we get a little bit extra. We can afford Conjure Blade, card remove, Whetstone. Does Akabeko do anything busted? It's pretty hard for us to like go into like turn 1 Divinity, which is where Akabeko's at its best. Divinity multi-attack. Sorry, Wazbek. Well, you might be seeing the final fight if you see the Spire Elite fight, because I'm not 100% sure we're going to survive that. Alright, I think I like Conjure Blade, card remove, Whetstone. Conjure Blade's a little bit weird. It's too bad that we have a Goldeneye and no Scry cards, and after we got the Goldeneye we weren't offered any. Definitely would have considered it. Even if it was just like a Just Lucky. Think about it here. Well, congratulations on starting your weekend. We can afford that, right? That's, no, actually we can't. This is 300 by itself, so we can't afford card remove. Interesting. Well, Whetstone is not very good. Does Whetstone even hit anything? It's like Eruption. Eruption is a really good upgrade, though. It's pretty valuable. Yeah, it hits exactly Eruption, Fear No Evil. Those are the only unupgraded attacks. Oh, I guess Carve Reality is, too. Darn. So it could hit Carve Reality, Fear No Evil. Okay, so the Whetstone upgrade is pretty good. Alright, I think I like Whetstone Conjure Blade. Or Halt. Halt. We have a Dex from Oddly Smoothstone, so Halt gets 2 more block from that when we're in Wrath, which is pretty neat. afford it, it's on sale. So we could like Conjure Blade, Whetstone, and Halt. Nah. Oh man, it did miss. That sucks. Fire potion. Rat. Alright, can I get that Panacea? Let's get the trip out of the way. I guess we can Crush Joints too to remove the last artifact charge. We can do that after Scrawl, but we draw an extra card if we do it first. Okay. Got the Panacea. So we can keep the strength. And then when we block for 12, it blocks for 14. That's about right. Oh shoot. I'm actually gonna restart the fight and just defend Conjure Blade there instead of protecting. I didn't realize I was getting choked again. Okay, so trip first, Crush Joints, Scrawl, Panacea, 2 cards left, so we want to like block for 12 and Conjure Blade for 4 ideally. So we take 3 damage to make a big Conjure Blade, or we could protect for 17, but that seems like an overcommitment. Yeah, I'll take 3. Get him, Expunger. Alright. We can Mental Fortress Fear No Evil to get a little bit of block. Maybe this is a Vault turn. We can like Mental Fortress Rushdown, Prostrate Vault. Try and find a better way to block without the burns in hand. And with the Mental Fortress developed. Seems fine. We also get an extra energy if we do that. Okay. Vigilance blocks for 13 plus 6 is 19. Protect blocks for an additional 17, that's 36. 36 plus 9 is 45. So we'd still be taking 16. But that is it, that's all the block we got. Okay. Well, I guess you have to be happy with all the block you have. Can't do any better than that. And, okay, so how are we setting up for killing people? We can, like... Probably want to save that Expunger for when we're in, like, Wrath or Divinity with Vulnerable. Ideally. Probably going to play Conclude this turn, so I guess it's just, like, Strike Conclude or Carve Reality Conclude. Let's Strike Conclude in case we need to draw cards next turn. I thought I was only taking 9, but I took 16. Something went wrong. Can we kill Spire Shield right now? We can Crescendo and then turn around with, like, Expunger nonsense. Ends up doing 26 times 4, which is like 100. It's 104. We can definitely kill him. And then we talk to the hand on Spire Spear. We changed stances twice, it blocks for 12. Seems good. Can we just like talk to the hand wall up to block here? Yeah, we can just wall up. should set up a pretty easy lethal next turn. Okay, on to the heart. Bottled Flame. Third Prostrate. Third Prostrate puts us into Divinity a little faster. Yeah, Bottled Wallop is pretty good. I mean, Bottles and Runic Pyramid go really nicely together. Weave to go with my Golden Eye and Zero Scrying. What else could we bottle? Probably Talk to the Hand is probably what's getting bottled. Yeah, bottled Talk to the Hand. He is good. Wish I could bottle the Panacea. Maybe I shouldn't bottle anything to try and get Panacea turn 1. Panacea turn 1 is such a huge deal against Heart. Strength and vulnerable blocking. Yeah, I mean, Wallop is great too, but... I guess Wallop is a more bursty block than the Talk to the Hand. Talk to the Hand is not huge in this deck. I think I do take a third Prostrate. Going into Divinity is really good. I think it's the heart, at least. I don't think it's ever skip. I think it's either Wallop or Talk to the Hand, so let's click it. The problem with Wallop is, like, we want to be in, like, either Divinity or Wrath for Wallop, so if we're doing Wallop on turn 2 or 3, then we want to be like, okay, on turn 1 we play Mental Fortress, and then on turn 2 we, like, Eruption, Wallop, Vigilance, right? Yeah, I mean, both of those things can be true first turn, right? I want to play things optimally, even if the Talk to the Hand isn't the most important card. Just playing Talk to the Hand and then immediately getting it purged just felt so stupid. Yeah, we do find Wrath for Wallop on turn 2. That's true, but we're not going to be able to use it unless we also find Calm. I guess finding Calm is also something we're pretty good at. All right, fine. Come on, Prostrate. Oh, not Prostrate. Darn it. I said the wrong word. I meant Panacea. But I got the Prostrate that I asked for, so I guess I can't complain. What do we think about Prostrate Eruption Double Strike right now? Jeez, this is a rough hand. It does a lot of damage, gets a Strength proc. Puts us in Wrath for Wallop next turn. But if we're in Wrath next turn, we die. So the outs next turn would be like Vault, Scrawl, Meditate. Double Prostrate would do it. Fear no Evil, Vigilance. Yeah, Redbeardy was trying to convince me to take Slaver's, whatever it's called. Slaver's Choke Collar? Slaver's Collar, is that what it's called? But I didn't do it. Yeah. It's so much damage. These both do 26, so it's like 52, 65 damage. Strength proc. Alright, I'll do it for this strength proc. Decent chance we just die on turn 2. There's a lot of outs, though. You gotta believe. Don't kill me, Mr. Hurt. Please, sir. We didn't get one. We're dead. Max block is Talk to the Hand, Wallop, Protect. Actually, Talk to the Hand is like only one positive block. I guess it technically counts, but Pretty sure we just died at 90 damage. Maybe not. Yeah, okay, we're alive at 5. Alright. Oof. Just hitting us for a casual 135. Dang you, Mr. Hurt. This is just not the start we needed. We needed to start with Sprawl and Panacea and Mental Fortress and stuff. Vault, even. Just got no card draw. Man. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's pretend we're not dead. This is positive block, this is positive block. This is necessary to survive. Wallop for next turn? Okay. Yeah, that just... There's nothing we can do. That draw was really, really stinky. Man, that sucks. That's so unfortunate. I mean, even draw order you can blame on yourself. With a 29 card deck, it's hard to, like, you're not going to get to Act 4 with a smaller deck than that too often. Like, that's a pretty trim deck. But we really needed to get something better than that. That was just awful. Man, that's too bad. We really had a good shot at this too. Panacea against the Heart's super good. We had like Divinity, Wallop stuff, which is usually super good against the Heart, right? Because the Heart, like, he gives you a turn to set up and then he hits you twice, right? Like, yeah, we could have gotten more striker moves. That's true. Yep, even the best decks died a bad draw. I mean, not technically the actual best. The actual best decks are 100% OTKs, right? Like on turn 1, and you can't really misdraw with that. But yeah, that's rough. We bottled the Wallop. I guess maybe if we hadn't bottled the Wallop, we could have found something better. But the Wallop was not the worst card in the hand. Yeah, it sucks to get an O Memoria and then not use any of it. Thanks for the subscription, Mafatha. Appreciate it. 5 months, man. That's like April. I'd only been streaming for like 2 months at that point. You go way back. Yeah, Ancient Writing makes the strike removes less good. There's a lot of traps in Slay the Spire, and I think one of the ones we fell into here was like we were so good at Act 2, right? Just like Eruption Conclude. It'll trick you in Act 2. It'll make you think, like, we're so good at Act 2, we can just, like, we just add a couple cards, right? Like, that's why we took a Panacea in Act 2. I was like, we're so good at Act 2, we're going to start optimizing for Act 4. And, you know, we ended up with 4 strikes in the deck in Act 4, and it's like, the strike pluses are insane in Act 2. Strike plus with Eruption on Watcher, super good in Act 2. But against the Heart, not what you want. Yeah, Choker might have been wrong. If we hadn't gotten Choker, we could have gotten, like, Flurry stuff. It seems like that's where the deck wanted to go, with, like, Mental Fortress Rushdown. It's possible that both Choker and Runic Pyramid were wrong. Yep, we had 2 chances at Weave, and I think 3 Flurries try to show up. We never did say a Tantrum, but we passed some, like, empty fists, too, so there was definitely a way to build it that way. Thanks for the bits, Monty Pytho. What is that, like, $5 worth of bits? Jeez. That's a huge amount of bits. Thanks. Appreciate it. It's like a whole subscription worth of bits. I see, you're already a subscriber, so it's like a resubscribe. Conjure Blade was a bit of a desperation pick. It could have been neat, but... yeah, that's like several bytes worth of... It's like almost a kilobyte. It's not, but, you know. A kilobyte of Twitch bits would be 8,000 bits, right? It's $80. It's a lot of money. You can buy like a skateboard with that much money. I bought a skateboard with that much money when I was in middle school, so that's what $80 means to me. That's right, half of a kilobit. our kilobits per second are really increased by Monty Python's contribution. Yeah, so back to the run. What is this called when you describe someone who has recently died, like in a newspaper? Moratorium? This is a much better name. Obituary? No. Reflection? I don't know. Words are hard. You guys know. But the flurries would have been so good with the Shuriken. Is the thing, right? We had the mutagenic strength. We had the Vajra with the Shuriken. Like that was our plan. And we didn't quite make that go off. And I think a lot of that blame for that is on Velvet Choker. I think if we even picked we could have taken, what's it called, Fusion Hammer instead of Velvet Choker, and we never saw like a wheel kick or like a ton of card draw. But if we had like 7 energy instead of a Velvet Choker and no Velvet Choker, we would have been a very different type of deck. And I think that deck probably had a better chance of winning Act 4. But this one was fine. We definitely could have won with this. Just didn't quite get lucky.